Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and to my video where I'm going to be setting up my Erin Condren Daily Duo Planner. So you may have seen my last video, which was my Erin Condren haul, where I showed you all of the new stuff I got with the Erin Condren 2020 and 2021 launch. I'm going to be setting up my first of the two planners, the one that starts in July 2020, and I have all my accessories, so I'm just going to show you how I get everything ready. Obviously it's not July yet, but I can't wait to get my hands on this planner. So I wanted to show you all the things I do to kind of get it ready to use and how I use stickers and all that kind of thing. So I've got all sorts of different stickers here. I'll just quickly show you, I think first, which ones I'm going to be using. Obviously I won't be using all of these, but I've just brought everything out so that I've got the choice of all of them. So I've got all my Erin Condren sticker books. So I have the new one. I have this one, which is the most recent seasonal sticker book. So this one has basically a page for every month. Then I have the Classic Collection Edition 5. This was from last year. And I just like to pull all of these out because they do have some really, really pretty stickers. I definitely don't use all of them each year, so I still have tons in all of these. This is edition 3, and I love some of the colours in this one. This is the monthly collection. Some of these I've had for quite a long time. As you can see, these ones have got the months in them as well. So this, I think, is the original version of this one. I do have the teacher sticker book. Obviously I am not a teacher, nor do I have children in school or anything like that, but I do actually really like some of these stickers, so I wanted to get this book as well. I love these boxes, these flags, so I figured even though there's a few in here that I might not use, I did still really like this one. Then I have this one, which is the Classic Edition 4, and I've still got tons of stickers left in all of these, so I just thought I'd bring all of these out with me. And I also have my sticker storage binder. So this is what I use. This is actually a photo album, but I find this a really good way to store my stickers. In here is just everything I have from Etsy shops. Some of these are from Erin Condren, like these ones where I've pulled them out of one of the sticker books. These are the ones you get with the Petite planners. And then I have a bunch here from Happy Planner, and then into all my Etsy ones. So I've got just so many stickers in here. All of my kind of functional ones. I've got my social media, YouTube, Instagram. These ones I use for Patreon. Even though I think these are supposed to be PayPal from Happy Cutie Studio, I use them for Patreon. I've got some here from Catnip, which I absolutely love, these YouTube ones. So just tons. I don't know if I'm going to need any of these today because this is mainly for planning my actual days and weeks, but I thought I would bring this with me just in case I need it. Then I just have some of my favourite washi tapes. So I've got these ones on the reel, and then I love this cloud one. This was from Joanne, I think. Then I just have the two new layers ones. And of course the planner. So let's open this up. I've got my new little planny pouch, I think this is called. So you've got the planny pack, which is the big one. I just got this one to put my new interchangeable pens in from Erin Condren. So these are kind of my everyday use ones I use the most. So I have an erasable highlighter pen. Then I have, of course, the new Erin Condren interchangeable pens with the colours I use the most often, but I do have a couple of other tips in there as well. Then I have my wet erase marker from Erin Condren, just one of my other favourite colour pens. This is the dual tip marker from Erin Condren, and my pencil. So all of that fits into this tiny little pouch, which is so good. And I just wanted to pull in my softbound planner. I have done a pen test with most of the interchangeable pens. I think the grey one is not on there, but these are the fine liners. These are the thicker pens, and then the highlighters there as well. So I just wanted to show you what those look like. And they do not show through the paper at all. It's really, really good. So back to this planner, and I want to show you a couple of things I have already done, just a couple of things that take a minute, and I wanted to do them before this video. So first of all, I have snapped in my sticky notes. These are actually the retro ones, which are new, but they, I think, go with the teacher planner more so than the new launch, but I just love these. I really like this longer list pad, and I just, yeah, I preferred these. I do have the layers ones as well, but for now I've clipped those into the front. Then I like to put my name in the front, and as you can see, I've used some rainbow stickers to go with the Lifeplanner text there. It didn't quite end up in the middle, which is so annoying, so I put a W for my last name to kind of stretch it out to be the right length. I know that's a little bit weird. These glittery rainbow stickers, I don't know if you can see they're glittery, these were also from Joanne. Then we come to this page. So this is the first part that I'm going to be doing some setup. So I'm just going to grab the monthly sticker book, and we're going to want to go to halfway through to July. And these 6 boxes I do always label as each month. I don't 100% know what I'm going to use this for yet, but I know that it will correspond to the months of the year. So we're just going to use the month stickers on each of the boxes. And it does kind of encroach on that first line, but never mind. And if you don't have this sticker book from Erin Condren, you can definitely get this type of thing on Etsy. You can just get one sheet with all of the months from various different shops if you just search monthly planner stickers or something, or just look through different Etsy shops. I just really like these because they do, I think they all match the colour of the box. I love this purple for September. Oh, that one's not quite in the middle, but never mind. Normally, I'm very fussy about stuff like that, but I'm not gonna freak out about that. When you're taking these stickers, the months out of the book, be really careful that you don't rip them, because I did almost ruin this one, because they're quite delicate. They do tear easily if you're not careful. So there we have our 6 months, and I love how that looks. I love that. I love these stickers. So that is my first thing that I always do. This calendar is where I will always mark my travel. And obviously at the moment, with things being super up in the air, it's really hard to know whether or not to actually stick stickers on it. So what I'll probably do for the time being is use my pencil to just circle the dates, because if I stick stickers down and then it doesn't happen, I just know that'll annoy me. I'll just show you what I would ordinarily use for that. And I don't actually know in this Daily Duo whether these might be a little bit too big. I won't stick them on obviously, but let's just have a look. So these are just clear stickers. Let me just grab one of those so you can see it. So they're just little clear stickers with the metallic circle around, but I've got a feeling they might be a bit large. To be honest, I sometimes use tweezers for this. I'm not gonna leave this on here. Yeah, I think that's quite large, and it would overlap with the, like if you stick one on the 22nd. If you do ever get a sticker stuck on there, get a little safety pin and then just peel it up with that. If you use your nail, then you're likely going to kind of wreck the paper, and that's annoying. So yeah, I don't know even when I know my travel plans for sure whether I will use those, because I think they will overlap, but you never know. And these ones I think would be the same. They're just quite sort of large. Yeah, see if you line up the 1 and the 8, I think they're a bit too big. So anyway, I am supposed to be going away in August, so I would just literally circle those dates. Obviously I can always rub this out afterwards, and I am due to take a 3-week trip to Orlando. Obviously in the current circumstances that very well may not happen, but let's circle it anyway. Okay, and what I would usually do if I had used the stickers, I would use a certain colour for each trip, and then I would take one of the stickers, place it down here. So I'll just obviously draw my circle, because that's what I've used, and just write what the trip is. I do have a whole nother system for planning my trips, but I do just like to have the dates in here so that I can obviously see in my main planner what is going on. So that's how I would normally do that, but we're not going to get into that too much purely because of the current travel situation. So this runs from May 2020 to December 2020. Then over the page here we have 2021. So this one is for forward planning. There's no space to write notes, but I would do exactly the same thing with any travel plans that I have. So going over to the next page, we have the monthly spread. And this is where I would always put all of my YouTube content, any other content. I would write down which videos are going up, all of that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna see which stickers I have to mark that. I did see those YouTube ones at the beginning. Let's just find those. Oh, these. And somewhere, I think I have specific ones with my channel names on them, but I don't know where those are at the moment, if I'm honest. I can easily change it up and use those on another month. So I think for the month of July, let's go with these. And I do colour coordinate with my pens in my planner. So I use one colour for everything to do with my Disney in Detail channel and another colour for everything to do with my Victoria in Detail. So even though these stickers are the same, I will know which is which. So I'm just going to start by putting one of those on each of the dates that I should be uploading. So I upload to Victoria in Detail every other Thursday and Disney in Detail every other Wednesday. Then every Saturday also on Disney in Detail. I will just probably white out Independence Day there because I know it's Independence Day, and then my sticker can go in the same place because I'm a bit fussy about stuff like that. So I've got my whiteout. This is the only type of correction tape or correction fluid or anything that I like to use in my planner. I don't know if you can get this in the UK, this particular one. I get these from the States when I'm out there. This is the mini one, which has like a cap that you can twist up to protect the tip. Then you can get a bigger size one, which is just the regular one. This is just the one I could get my hands on. There we go. I just know that would have annoyed me if the sticker was in a different place. I know, that's really fussy. So like I was saying, every Saturday we have a vlog over on Disney Detail. Then every Tuesday, in theory, there wasn't one this week, but every Tuesday is the weekly vlog over on Victoria in Detail. So then I can see at a glance when videos are supposed to be going up. And I do leave a little bit of space at the top just in case there's anything else to note on there, like when a live stream is happening, when something's going up on Patreon. So there is that. And another thing that I like to do when I'm looking at this monthly spread, as you can see, the first 3 days here are greyed out because they belong to June. And I really like to be able to see my calendar properly at a glance. So what I would normally do, so I'm just going to bring in my layers washi tape and stick that across those days. So it kind of blocks them out and I can see that the month starts there. And then I use a dashboard or a bookmark to rip the tape. Make sure you press firmly down when you're doing this edge and rip upwards like that, not down, otherwise it will make a real mess. So I can clearly now see Wednesday is the 1st, and also I'm going to do the same thing down here to block out the 1st of August. And again, when you rip that, just apply some pressure and rip upwards like that. And on this side, same thing again, but rip downwards, and then you get a really neat tear on the washi tape. And what I normally like to do in this notes column when I'm moving into a new planner and potentially using different coloured pens is put a little key down the side to remind myself which colour is for what. So my Disney in Detail is always green. Ooh, almost ran out of room there. And I'm just going to switch out the tip because Victoria in Detail I always use pink. I'm just going to put V in Detail because that will never fit. Then Patreon is always orange because that's kind of their signature colour. And it's really handy that there was an orange with these interchangeable pens. Then anything that is a general to do, I always use this blue colour. And then the other thing that I do sometimes mark on this page, and I certainly use on the daily pages, so let's just switch these in and out. It seems like a bit of a fuss, but it really doesn't take that long to switch these pens in and out. I would potentially consider getting another pack of them so that I have 2 more of the barrels, but it's really not that big of a deal. So Ian, if I'm writing anything down to do with his schedule and what he's doing, I write in grey. And for me, anything that is not work related, but stuff that I'm doing, will be in purple. So I just keep that key down the side so that if I forget what colour I'm supposed to be using, just while I get used to it for a month or so, I can see it down the side there. And this little key goes the same for the actual daily pages. So these are the colours I will always use for those particular things. It just helps me to see at a glance exactly what a certain thing relates to. So that's kind of all I'm going to do for that page for now. Obviously when it gets to just before July, when this planner is due to start, I will actually write in the content and everything that's going to be happening, but this is just how I would set up this page. So now we move over to this double page, and they've left it really blank this year so you can kind of decide what you want to do with it. And I actually do use this page. I know a lot of people struggle with what they should do with it, but let's go in and start setting it up. So I'm going to go to the back of the planner, to these stickers. I have already used one of them, and grab one of the to-do stickers. And this bigger box I'm going to have as kind of a master to-do list for the month. So all of the things I need to get done that month, but I don't know yet exactly what day I will be getting them done. I will put in a list here, and then I can make sure that they go into the relevant daily page to make sure that they get done. Then this one here, I am going to use as a kind of at a glance birthday section, just to remind me. I always do put it on the daily page as well, but I refer to this page as like my guide for the month. So I'm just going to find a birthday sticker in my main sticker stash. I've actually got some really nice ones from Happy Planner. Here they are, these ones. And these are clear. I just really like the text on those. I think they're really pretty. And I'll try and put that up high enough so it doesn't interfere too much with this first one. Then for this one, I'm going to use this as a shopping list. There's not very many lines on it. When I say shopping list, I just mean things that I need to buy throughout the month. So like sometimes I need to buy new nail products or new false eyelashes or some stickers that I want to get, just sort of reminders of certain items. So let's go ahead and use, again, this is from Happy Planner. This was from the same set, but obviously I don't know exactly which set it was. And so just put that there. It's kind of a bit weird because the waves are quite dark on this one, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. And finally, we have the dreaded dot grid. I am not a huge fan of dot grid. I've said this in videos before, but I am actually going to use that this time for a habit tracker. Yeah, we're waiting for a treadmill to be delivered, and I'm going to use this to track my walking, to tick which days that I've actually done it. So I thought that would be the perfect use for this box. And I'm just going to bring in a slightly different pen. These dual tip markers are a brush tip on one end and a fine line on the other. These were just from Amazon, but I do actually really like them. They're not a particular brand, I don't think. I'm just gonna go all the way around the edge. I'm not convinced that the edge of this dashboard is completely straight. I should use the ruler, but I don't have that to hand. Never mind. Just like to be as careful as I can when I'm using pen, and it's kind of something I can't undo very easily. Just turn this over for that bit. Then we're just going to do a double space for each day. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've got our 7 boxes. And because this is going to be for the whole month, we're then just gonna, again, with like a double space, do our lines down this way. There we go. So there's our grid all drawn out. Somewhere in here I've got some little stickers. Here we go, little trainers. I'll take one of those. So I'll just stick that in the top corner, and then I'm just gonna do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So then each of the 4 weeks of the month, I can tick every day to say that I've done my walking. And what I plan on doing is using another one of these little trainer stickers on each day to say how many steps I did. So that's the plan, but this is just to really have an overview to see which days of the week I actually did my walking. And in these boxes, I'm just gonna put which week it is. So just gonna use the finer tip because I don't want to have it go through. So if I just put week commencing, and obviously I've got space for 4 weeks, so I'm going to start in a place that makes sense. So we'll start on Monday the 6th. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. There we go. So I've got myself a little habit tracker. I've made use of this space, and I can keep track of my walking. So that is all good. In the past, this bottom bit I've just left and not used it, so I'm glad I found a use for that. Now I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this side yet, so I'm not going to randomly put something there that I regret. So I'm going to leave that for now. I will be doing more plan with me videos. Once we actually get into July, I will show you how I'm setting up each day and how I'm using that. So when we do that, I will have decided by then hopefully what I'm going to put there. So after I'm done with this video, I'm not going to do every single month on camera obviously, because we'll be here forever, but I will go through the planner and set up every single one of these dashboard pages exactly the same. And the same goes for the monthly pages. I did already go through and put some washi at the bottom. I need to obviously put some of there as well to block off those days like we've already done. And like I was saying in my haul video, the reason I got this dashboard is so that I can use this as a mini weekly overview, because that's the one thing that this Daily Duo planner lacks, is any kind of overview of the week. So I will use my wet erase markers to put maybe, say this is just purely off the top of my head, but say I had a meeting, then I had dinner with one of my friends, just little highlights like that I can put on here. This can then be taken off and changed from week to week, but it just means that I can see a whole week in one go. So obviously again, when we get to July, I will fill that in one of the plan with me videos. And another thing that I always do with every planner I have is put in a sticky pocket in the front. So these are also from Erin Condren. These are the large corner pockets. You can get medium ones as well. And I like to have one of these at the front to either put stickers in or put my Perpetual calendar. I just like to have the front rather than the very back of the planner. It's just easier for me to get to it. So I'm going to stick this one on the front. I never really use this dashboard anyway, so I'm not worried about the fact that it will cover that up. And make sure you are sticking it in a straight line how you want it. I don't put it right up to the edges, but that will be fine. Okay, so that's all stuck down, and then my Perpetual calendar can sit in the front there. I love that this is a clear pocket. I really like this. I definitely always use it. So let me just show you how I use my Perpetual calendar. So the Perpetual calendar is an undated little book that goes from January through to the end of the year. So this one I'm going to be using is going to start in July, so I'm not going to bother with the rest of it, but I use this as kind of a mini planner. So I take this in my bag. If I've got a really tiny handbag, I just always have to have something that shows me what is going on, like the big things that are going on. If I'm out with a friend and we want to arrange another date to meet up or something, this is what I will take with me. Obviously, because it's undated, as in which year it is, you do need to make it so that it's clear what day of the week each of these days are. So let's just go to our monthly view of July. What I basically do is use my highlighter pen to highlight the weekends. So the first weekend we have is 4th and 5th. So I just highlight them like that. Then we have obviously 11th, 12th. You can just like count the days, but it's easier to do it from this. And 25th. 26th. So straight away there now I can see which of these days are weekends and which are weekdays. So then I can just put in here, again, highlights that are happening if I'm going away for the weekend, if I'm traveling. And then I've always got this as a mini version. It does sit in the front of this planner, but I can just grab it super quickly if I need to take it anywhere. So that is how I use this one. Obviously I'll go through and do the rest of the year, but I'm not going to do that all on camera because it will take too long. But yeah, that's how I use the Perpetual calendar. I know a lot of people struggle to decide how to use this, or they don't use it at all. So that's just the way I found, and I do find it really, really useful. And the other thing I wanted to show you in terms of setup is my Petite planner. So my Petite planner is now exclusively for travel planning. That's what I've designated this as, because I've switched from the Petite planner to the softbound planner, now to the Daily Duo. I'm really just trying to find what works for me, but I do want to use this Petite planner because I do find it really, really good. And of course I got this, as you will have seen in the haul, which is the little insert to go inside. So we're going to put that in. And in the front of here, I did have a sticky pocket. As you can see, I need to use some stuff just to get the stickiness off or I might put another one back in there, I don't know, but you might be able to see the shadow of where I did have one. I've got one of the sets of sticky notes. I've just used double-sided tape to stick it to the front of that book. So this one, I just have a couple of bookmarks ready on the page. I've stuck the Erin Condren monthly tabs. So these are the Petite daily planners, a very similar setup to the Daily Duo in a way. So each day has its own page with the exception of Saturday and Sunday, which is on one page. And this is where I will put all of my plans, especially for my Disney trips. So I can write down dining reservations, fast passes, which park we're going to, and I'll do a whole video on using this. I used to use my softbound planner, now I'm going to be using this. So I've got all of those in for the rest of the year. So I've got July, August, September, October, November, December. Then I have my new journal, which I got for free with my order that I just placed, the Neutral Waves journal, which is just basically for any note taking and stuff. And in the middle here, I have the Erin Condren sticker book, and it loops through one of the elastic bands, and you've got a whole sticker book, which is really cool. So in here, I keep countdown stickers for vacations. I've got my Mickey head stickers from Ickle & Co, which I just love. Trains, buses, hotel information, all of these travel stickers live in this little sticker book. And I've also got these ones which I had customized. These are from Erin Condren. I've got Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and I use those for my planning. But we're going to put this new folio in. In the back I do have one of the medium sticky pockets where I keep stencils as well. These stencils are from Erin Condren, and this one, which is kind of similar to the Disney font, is from wish.com, I think. So let's just take this out the packaging. It kind of doesn't want to come out. Let's just rip that open. Here we go. This actually goes through all of the bands, as I understand it. So I guess, yeah, that way. I think I'm going to have to take the books out. I don't want to try and squeeze that in there because it might ruin it. So let's just take these out. Maybe now I've taken a couple of them out, it might go through. Let's just try. I'm just being lazy and really don't want to have to take all of them out. There we go. Okay, and let's put these back in. You just find the middle of the book and thread them in, and there we have it. So this is really cool. You could fit very small sticker sheets in there, or you could stick little cards in there. There's a slightly bigger pocket there, and then in the back you have this one with a little kind of envelope pocket where you could definitely put some bits and pieces in. I just really wanted to try that out and see what it's like. So now I have this insert, I have the sticker book insert. I just love this Petite planner. It just wasn't really working for me for my day-to-day planning. The main reason is because it doesn't kind of lie flat. So with a coiled planner or a softbound planner, when you open it to the page you're working on, it sort of sits open, and these ones don't. You really would have to take the book out to in any way get it to lie flat, and I just found that a little bit too annoying for my day-to-day. I don't mind it for planning my trips, so that's why I've made this a dedicated trip planning folio, and it is quite weighty as well. I've got obviously a lot of my Disney charms hanging on the side there, but I do feel like that is heavier. Let's just bring this one back in. Yeah, this feels heavier for sure than this one. And like I was saying, when you open this planner up, it is kind of flat there for you to use. So that will about do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at how I set up the planner. There's loads more to come in terms of actual daily layouts. I just need to wait the tiniest bit longer until we're closer to July, and then I will show you how I set up each day and how I'm going to do that, because I still need to think about it. This planner is new to me. I need to kind of get an idea of how it's going to work for me. And don't feel bad if you start using a planner and change how you use it, and it may look a bit messy and it doesn't look like every day is the same, because it does take a while to figure out what works for you and how you're going to use it. And if you spend all your money on your planner, you want to make sure that you're using it every single day. You don't want to use it for a few weeks and then end up kind of putting it to one side and not doing anything with it. So it's important to try different things, but I hope this has given you some ideas of how to set up your planner. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to get yourself an Erin Condren planner, I do have a link in the description to get $10 off your first order, so check that out below, and let me know in the comments if there are any specific videos that you want to see, any specific details of planning or using these planners. I absolutely love planning. I'm happy to do loads more of these videos. I just would love to see what you guys want to know about them and want to see. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.